Hey guys, Graham here from therecordingrevolution.com with another 5 minutes to a better mix tutorial where we're looking at 31 mixing tips in 31 days straight. And today I've got a great tip for you. I call it the fat fader, but all it is a old school parallel compression technique to get fatter drums and to kind of glue the drums and bass together, which is really important if you want that bottom end of your mix to sit well. So it's really simple. Right here I've got kick snare overheads for drums and a bass track. All right. And what I want to do is fatten up the kick and the snare and the bass all on one fader, and I'll show you what that does in the mix. What I'm going to do is create a simple mono auxiliary input or aux track or bus, and I'm going to call it fat. All right, now I want to do mono because I'm not actually going to do any stereo tracks through this. I'm going to make sure its output is the same as all my other outputs, so everything in this mix is being sent to submix. My bass is going to my master fader. My drums are going to this drum aux, which goes to my master fader. But what I want to do is send a copy of kick, snare, and bass to this track. So I'm going to use a send, and I'm going to send the kick to fat, and I'm going to make it a pre-fader send and bring the fader up to 0 or unity, and that means I will be able to send a complete copy of the kick drum to this fader here, and it can be operated independent from whatever I'm doing over here. I'm going to Option or Alt drag a copy of that send over to my snare track if you're using Pro Tools, and the same thing over to my bass track. So all I've done really is send a copy of kick, snare, and bass to this track. So let's see if that's working. All right, so I have kick, snare, bass, all operating independently here on this fader, no matter what's going on over here. So that's only but so helpful. But what I'm going to do is grab a compressor, and I will grab my trusty Bomb Factory 76. All I want to do here is get a really high ratio. Like I really want to squash this thing. So I'm going to engage all 4 of these buttons by holding shift and clicking, but I'm going to get a super hard ratio. You could do 20-to-1 or something like that. And then I'm going to adjust the attack and the release. I'm going to have a slow attack so that it lets all the transients come through. And I'm going to have a fast release so that it quickly lets go of the peaks, allowing it to start compressing again and again. So let's take a listen. That squashes it too much. So you just get a unusable, squashed, kind of nasty sound, but it kind of squeezes everything together, bass, kick, and snare. And then what we're going to do is simply fade that fader up into the drum and bass mix and see if it helps. Right? Take it away. So you get more bass, more sustain, you get a fatter kick and snare sound. It's not affecting my overheads. I don't have them sent there at all, so I'm not compressing the cymbals, or in this case, they're picking up my toms as well. I'm just compressing kick, snare, and bass guitar. Now, if you wanted less bass in the mix, you could simply click on the bass send, dial that down 5 dB or something, and then you have the mix you want in the fat fader. Let's take a listen to it in context with the rest of the mix and see if it's helping. Take it away. And that's the fat fader. Hope that helps bring your kick, snare, bass drum together and give you something extra to play with in your mix when you need more bottom, more fatness. Again, this is Graham at therecordingrevolution.com with 5 minutes to a better mix. We'll see you on tomorrow's video.